Hello everyone. Today in my this video I will be sharing with you all few very important points which will help you to become a good successful gardener. If you are a plant lover just like me, I am pretty sure you too love collecting plants from all the different nurseries and make your home and garden a beautiful place. We all love buying plants from the local nurseries, but do we think about the soil that we get from the local nurseries? Do we think what does our plant require? Do we think that our every plant will have the same soil? We need to think upon that. When personally go to collect my plants, I have come across many people, many plant buyers who are often in hurry to buy the plants and they ask the shopkeeper, please give me the soil with the cow manure. See, there is nothing wrong in cow dung, cow manure. The only thing is that you have to be pretty sure that the cow manure that you are buying or the soil mixed with cow manure that you are buying is more than 2 years old. Now how you will come to know this is by looking at the color of the soil. If the soil is properly powdered and black, then that is the correct cow manure which you have to apply to your plant. If the cow manure is into pieces, in chunks, then that is not the correct cow manure. It is not the aged cow manure. For the plants, you have to apply old cow manure which is composted well. See, personally, for me, my experience, I would like to share with you all. The cow manure, there is nothing wrong in applying cow manure. But the mistakes that we do while applying the cow manure and using wrong soil is often the plant killer. When we get a plant from nursery, the plant is already potted in thick clay like soil. So we have to go home and repot that plant. You have to repot that plant so that it can grow further. The soil in the nursery is so thick and hard and clayey, the roots stuck there inside the chunk of the soil, but they are not able to move outside. And for the plant to grow more further, bigger and healthy, the roots should be able to move. So it is advised to change your gardening soil after 4 days gap when you bring the plant. And by changing the soil, I don't mean that you take a pot with the soil and you put that whole plant, new plant with the soil inside that pot. By changing the soil, I mean that at least half of the soil which you got from the nursery should be removed and replaced by a fresh new soil. When I repot my plants, I always repot my plants in plain garden soil. Why I do not use cow manure, I will be sharing with you all. Firstly, the plant that we get from the local nursery are most often times are the baby plants or the plants which have not grown bigger, taller, which are small in size. So when you give cow manure to the plants which are small in size, not grown to their fullest age or height, what you are doing, let me explain you. You are feeding a baby which is of 2 years old. You are giving a meal of an adult. So this thing is happening when you are feeding that newly bought plant which you have bought from the nursery. Secondly, the plant that you bring from the nursery is already given what all nutrients and fertilizer they require at that age. Like plants, when they are baby, they cannot be fed with heavy fertilizer like cow manure or any big fertilizer. The dose has to be less, even lesser than what is recommended. You cannot feed too much to a baby plant. It is already fortified with the food. By food I mean the fertilizer that they need by the local nurseries. They already have packed it with that thing. And what do? You take a new plant and you put it in a cow manure soil, which is totally wrong. Firstly, when you buy a small plant from the local nursery, you put it into a big pot thinking that it will grow nicely, healthy, it will get more space for the roots. It's not like that. When you buy a plant from local nursery, the pot has to be just 2 fingers bigger than the previous pot or the poly bag in which you brought. Okay, after choosing the correct pot, you have to choose the correct soil. You cannot just ask your local garden supplier or plant supplier, just give me a soil loaded with cow manure. It is very important to know what is the type of your plant. If your plant is a flowering plant and you give it a lot of cow manure mixed soil, then suddenly you will realize that the plant that you have brought from your cellar is good the first 4-5 days or say up to a week, and after a week that has stopped producing flowers or has stopped producing as many flowers as it was before. The quality of flowers drop, you get big leaves. This happens when you mix your plant with cow manure, plant soil with the cow manure. So this is to be avoided. Also, many times I have seen that either the plants turn yellow or the plants which produce flowers and fruits have started giving big leaves but not giving any flowers. So I have also come across questions like this from my clients, that the plant is very healthy, bushy, but there is not a single flower on my plant. So this is the reason why such things happen. So from now on, I would just request you all, if you want your plant to flourish and look healthy and produce flowers, please stop buying the soil which is mixed with cow manure. Cow manure, if you want to give also, you have to give it in a diluted form. You cannot mix the cow manure directly into the soil. When you give cow manure in a liquid form, your plant absorbs it quickly and the leaves don't get affected, because when the cow manure is too much in your soil, the leaves will start turning yellow and the whole plant will become like that, yellow, and the leaves will dry. So many such problems will be there if you give too much of cow manure. So in my personal opinion, I will advise, please use plain garden soil. Now when you use a plain garden soil, you have 100% control over your soil. You have 100% flexibility over your soil. You know what to add to your plant to produce more flowers. You will always add a flowering fertilizer for that plant and not cow manure to every flowering plant. Cow manure also can be used on your foliage plants, but that again depends. If you have a plant which has beautiful foliage, a plant that doesn't produce flowers, Then you can use cow manure but in diluted form, not directly in the soil. So these are the few mistakes we all make while repotting the plant, giving it a wrong pot, giving it a wrong soil, giving it wrong sunlight, repotting it too quickly after bringing it from the nursery. So always wait for 4 days or 3 days max. I know you are very curious, you are very happy with your new plant, you want to repot it into that stylish pot. And also, if you keep changing too many places for your plant, the plants get disturbed. So repot it once, let that plant be settled in one place and let it grow. So I hope you all liked this video. You have any questions with regarding to this soil thing which I shared with you, please do comment, and I will love to reply you, and I would love to help my all the plant lovers. So if you liked this video, please do share with your friends. It will also help them in some way. So thank you very much. Have a nice day.